I'm here talking to y'all today because I spoke up and said that I needed help. That's literally why I'm here. If I would have listened to people in my circle, some of the closest people to me, I probably still would be laying in the bed depressed, not trying to take no shower, not trying to do nothing. I'm back again with another video. Hey, 2 in a row, 2 in a row, 2 in a row, 2 in a row. Hey y'all, it's Q. I am back again. Welcome to the Not Your Average Mom YouTube page. This is the revamp of Q and the Chaos. If you don't already know, please like and comment and subscribe to my channel. I have been trying my hardest to get y'all one video a week. See, I'm speaking it into existence. I like that. So I'm gonna say I'm trying to get y'all 2 videos a week. I'm trying to stay consistent. I know I kind of made y'all fall in love with my channel and then I went MIA. But I've been going through so much. And through 2022, all 2022, I plan to, just update y'all on what's going on with me. And so today we have a more serious topic. But I've overcame a lot. So, but one thing I can say about this year is I'm not being apologetic. I'm not being shy. I'm going to be me. Y'all going to get the real and the raw. Not that y'all weren't getting the real and the raw before, but now it's like I'm going to take it up a notch and just tell y'all everything that be going on with me in the process of explaining why I took like a year break from YouTube and then uploaded like 2 random videos in between them. So the topic today is my experience. Hold on, my hair is not giving what needs to be gave, okay? Period. So, the video today, the topic is my experience with postpartum depression. So, where do I start? Okay, so looking back, I think that I've had a little bit of postpartum depression with Cannon and Corey as well, but I didn't really do much research. I kind of was on the wave of, you're a mom, just suck it up, figure it out. But I can say after I had Cash, if you don't know or not, I had a C-section delivering Cash. So the healing process was just totally different than the vaginal birth. I commend all moms in general, but I definitely take my hat off to moms that have had several C-sections or just one C-section. The healing process is very different. It's slow, it's tedious. It really shows you how much you really do need your core. Cause it just was a lot. So after I had Cash, I was super happy, but I would also have days where I was just super sad, and I didn't really have any reason. Well, I'm not gonna say I didn't have a reason, because clearly postpartum depression is the reason, but I didn't have I couldn't pinpoint why I was sad or why I was moody. I would have days where I didn't want to get out of bed. I would take great care of my kids, but when it came to myself, I wouldn't get my hair done. I would be wearing the same clothes every other day. I wouldn't feel like showering. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do anything. I would try to explain to Corey what was going on, and he kind of tried to help where he could, but Corey was still working the night shift at work, so it still kind of was we were on opposite schedules. I still was trying to work, with my job, I still was trying to work a full caseload, which is still 40 hours a week, while I had Cash. So it started being moments where I would have to take Cash or the kids to the doctor, and I would start sweating, sweating like I played a full game of basketball. My face would be sweating, my underarms would sweat, my under boob, and it wouldn't just be a little bit of, I would be if I lift my shirt up. One time I lift my shirt up to show Corey, and I just my hands were shaking, and I literally was dripping sweat, and I couldn't I knew I had things to do with Cash and my other kids, but I couldn't pinpoint what was wrong. Then I just I wouldn't be able to eat. I was eating once a day. I just I could not, even now when I'm thinking about it, I can't really give any clear examples. It would just be I would wake up and I would be super on edge or super anxious. it almost, in a sense, like I almost felt like I didn't want to be a mom. Like I always knew that I loved my kids and like I wanted to be there for my kids, and I took them to school every day. I picked them up every day. I gave them a bath every day. I would get them what they need from the store, but I would like complain the whole time. I would like not want to do it. I would like, it was just like everything was just like so hard. I remember thinking to myself one day, like, why does everything have to be so hard for me? Like I was just on this like train of like, why me, like not even thinking about the fact that like this is the life I prayed for literally a year ago. So I like reached out to a few family members. I won't like say any names or anything, but I had like talked to a few family members about how I was feeling, because I started thinking like maybe I was bipolar. Like that's literally, like I'm literally thinking I'm going crazy in my head. I'm not being funny, I'm not exaggerating or nothing. I would go days where I didn't talk to anybody, and then I would have days where I wanted to talk to everybody. So it was just a lot, and I'm sure looking back, Corey was like confused, because to him it's like this girl is having a mood swing every other day, but I promise you, like it was something inside of me that was just off. So one day I was in the house with the kids, and I just like felt like super anxious and super on edge, and I just started crying, like ugly crying, boo-hoo crying, to the point where I felt like I couldn't even breathe. Like I remember Cash had been crying. He had like a little like chest cold. Corey had a cold as well, so it was like a rough time. You know, when your kid is sick, you don't sleep, they don't sleep, it's like rough. So I was running low on sleep. Corey was at work. He didn't come home from work until like 11:45 at night. So I just broke down like crying, like hyperventilating, crying, to the point where like I felt like I couldn't breathe. I literally almost called 911 for myself. Like I literally, the only reason that stopped me from calling 911 was Cannon walked over to me. He literally grabbed my face like this, and he was like, mommy, are you okay? What's wrong? Are you okay? And like something like clicked in my head, like, girl, like snap out of it. Like your son is asking you, are you okay? And I like snapped out of it. And then that was like it for me. I had like text Corey, like after that, I had like got the kids straight. I had like still gave them a bath. This is the crazy thing. Like being a mom, I really feel like we have superpowers, because your world can be crashing down and you gonna make sure that your kid's straight and then let it crash down on you. Because I literally got myself together after Cannon checked on me. I put them in the bed, and then I had text Corey. I remember saying like, I think I just had a panic attack or something. And he was like, are you okay? Like, you know, but he works at a job where he's not even supposed to use his phone. So his reply was like way after like I had already like got myself together and just ended up going to sleep. So after that, I'm like, okay. So I talked to a couple of family members, and I was just telling them what was going on with me, and I told them that I wanted to go speak to my doctor. And that was another thing. Cash has like a 1 week checkup, a 1 month checkup, a 2 month checkup. Like he had a lot of checkups, and they have you fill out a postpartum form. And I remember saying to Corey, like, I wonder like what they was, and they ask you like, are you sad for no reason some days? Are you as happy as you've ever been? Are you sadder than normal? What else do they say? Can you look at the bright side of things in life? What is your overall, like it just asks you a lot of like questions about like your, like how have you been feeling or whatever. And I remember asking Corey like, what do you think happens if like you answer these questions like the real truth or whatever? Because I was just circling it. I was fine. I'm like, I'm fine. In my head I kept saying like, you'll get over it, she'll be fine, like, you know, in my head trying to hype myself up or whatever. And I was not fine, bro. Like not fine. And I even felt anxious and sweating in those appointments when I was lying. Like it's crazy. So yeah, back to talk to the family. I was talking to like a couple family members and a couple friends about like what I was going through, and like, you know, people can sympathize with you, but nobody else that I know has 3 under 3 besides like a really good friend that I made on YouTube. She has 3 under 3 as well. I can tag her in the description box below as well, but she's the only person that really could like understand what I was going through. And a family member had told me like, you shouldn't go in there and tell all of that to your doctor. They might think that you can't take care of your kids, or they might, you know. And it was no ill will in that being said. I think they were just worried, like, you know, they might try to take your kids. You come in there saying you don't feel like being a mom sometimes and stuff or whatever. But I was so desperate for help. I literally said, I don't care. I'm gonna tell her how I feel, because she need to help me. Like, she need to help me. Somebody need to help me, because I don't want to feel like this anymore. Like, I do not want to feel like this. So I asked Corey, could he come with me to my appointment, just for like moral support. I just felt like I needed somebody there, like, so when I don't get there and like back out, like walk up to the appointment and be like, I'm fine, I don't need to go in here. So I went to the appointment with Corey, and I ended up speaking with my midwife. And I told her everything, like everything about the moods, about the crying, about the sweating, about the shaking, about the feeling like I'm on edge, not being able to like take care of myself, not wanting to take care of myself, not like having the energy. Like, anytime I got to sleep, it could be 20 minutes, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll call out of work to go to sleep, like. And I wasn't even tired. I just felt like I just needed to, like, I didn't want to get out of the bed. Like, if it didn't involve me taking my kids to where they needed to be, I did not want to get out of the bed, bro. I have never experienced anything like it. So I told her everything. She cut me off. She said, baby, you are okay. She said, it's postpartum depression. She said, it seems like you might have a little bit of postpartum anxiety. She said, it is okay. She said, I'm so glad that you came in. She said, most people won't say anything and won't speak up. And I explained to her, I said, I feel like I felt like this, not as severe, but I felt like this my previous 2 pregnancies, and I just didn't know what it was. I just thought that, you know, it was growing pains. And she was like, no. She was explain, like, and she sat Corey next to me, and she talked to us both, and she kind of explained to him how postpartum depression worked. He talked to me about like my body just figuring things out. And she also brought to my attention that after you have a kid, it can take over a year for you to get back to your normal self. I had 3 under 3, so my body at this point, my hormones, my just like overall levels of everything, my body doesn't know what is normal, because for 3 years I'm pregnant, not pregnant, pregnant, not pregnant, pregnant, not pregnant. Like, it keeps going back and forth. So now, like, my body is just it's freaking out. Like, it's literally freaking out, and it's trying to figure out how to regulate everything that's going on with me, and then still trying to function at an everyday level. So she told me that, and then she prescribed me some medication. She said it's a really, really low dosage. She told me it might take a week or 2 for me to start seeing a difference, but she just told me to like take 1 a day. And then she scheduled me a 4-week follow-up. And I followed up with her the 4 weeks later, and that was the best thing in my life I have ever done for myself, bro. The best thing ever. I'm here talking to y'all today because I spoke up and said that I needed help. That's literally why I'm here. If I would have listened to people in my circle, some of the closest people to me, I probably still would be laying in the bed depressed, not trying to take no shower, not trying to do nothing. I probably still would be not wanting to do anything at all, crying, sweating, everything. And it's so crazy because I don't even take the medication anymore. Like, I'm fine, but I needed that to get me over that hump. I needed that to help me just like take the edge off of just feeling like I have to be this perfect mom, and I have to do this, and I have all these babies and I don't know what to do, and we live in Richmond with no help, and daycare is expensive, and I'm still trying to work, and Corey's working nights, and like, it just became so freaking overwhelming that I literally did have a panic attack in front of my kids. And like, I just felt so bad about that. But I just realized that no mom is perfect, and that's a part of my story. And that's why I really felt like I need to get back to YouTube, because I know I'm not the only person with multiple toddlers at this point, or multiple babies, and you just feel overwhelmed. You love your kids to death, but you don't know what to do, and it's hard, and you're tired. And then society gives you freaking 8 weeks leave. Like, what is 2 months? What is 2 months? By the time I get myself situated and get the house situated and find a routine for my kids, the 2 months is up. Like, and then I'm supposed to just jump back into things. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. The body doesn't work like that. The mind doesn't work like that. So I think, yeah, getting help, that's my take on postpartum depression. You definitely have to reach out and get the professional help that you need. Never feel like you're the only person experiencing something, and never, you know your body better than anyone, you know yourself better than anyone. So don't let anybody ever tell you that you shouldn't get the help that you feel like you need. So that's pretty much my take on it, and I feel much better, 110% better, honestly. Corey will tell y'all, ask him. He probably thought I was going crazy. But that is my take on postpartum depression. Ooh, it's very much giving ashy. I'll tell y'all the story time later on how I was outside playing in my grandma's house and this boy dropped me. I was like jumping on him and he like dropped me and I scraped my elbow and I went home and told my grandma. But anyway, and my girl Brittany is free. My sis. Yes, Britt. Yeah, but y'all, that is my take on postpartum depression. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I really hope that this video comes across to someone that needs to see it, someone that is going through something. If you watch this video and it doesn't relate to you, but you know somebody that it could relate to, please let me know. Please reach out. Please, you know, I'm here. My DMs are always open. My email is in the description. I'm always here because I know it gets hard. But as moms, we got this. We gonna figure it out. We gonna make it work. And that's that. I will see y'all in the next video.